better than hell of a game for the neutral. How did you see it?
Oh, I was struggling up in the coach's box towards the end there. Now, good first half, and we probably lost a little bit of purchase in the second half, and they changed their defence and came up a bit harder and cut off our outsides, and we turned over a bit of ball. But credit to Greig and the boys, they got it back in the last 10 minutes and got the win in what was a tough test match. So, in all, it's great to see. It's a good result.
Did you try that line-out play anywhere before in your career?
It's one of Jonathan Humphrey's. It's up his sleeve, so he was dying to bring it out. I wasn't sure if we should have used it today, but it worked pretty well.
The guys had talked about not showing Ireland any respect and the start of the match being so important. How pleasing was it to put so many points on the board early?
Yeah, a lot of things came off, and I don't think we started particularly well. We lost a scrum and a line out, but we made up for it with some line out defence, and then I thought we were pretty physical at the breakdown, which is key to playing them. And the guys, did roll their sleeves up and were reasonably accurate, and kept them out. And we got turnovers, and then I thought we put in some pretty good plays to get over the line. But we knew at half time the discussion was these guys will come back much stronger, in which they did, and we defended, I thought, for periods very well. We fell off a couple of tackles, and we'll have to look at that next week before we go up against the French. But what was nice, as everybody saw, was stopping them scoring tries and meter from the line, total commitment, scramble D, and then being able to get a grip of the game in the last 10 minutes. So it's a good result.
Greg, you've been involved in many tight Scotland games in recent years that unfortunately haven't quite gone Scotland's way. I mean, you now come off the back of a last-minute win over Argentina and this. Do you think there's been a change in mentality in the way that Scotland approach games and being able to close them out?
Yeah, there is. Definitely is. We know what plays to go to when we're in tight games. We know what to do to keep ball. It's the way we're coached during the week through Vern and the rest of the coaches. We know how to build pressure on teams, grab a bit of field position, and that's why we won the game today. It was so pleasing to come back, and we probably let go out a bit in that sort of the third period of the game. So just to grab it back, it was so pleasing. The line-out started to function, put them under pressure, pick up a couple of penalties, and that's what really brought us home. So it was a great team effort, and one obviously we're delighted to start the championship with.
Greg, it would have been really easy in that second half. You were under really intense pressure and really easy to be overwhelmed by that. What were the messages late in the game from you and the other leaders in the group to your team?
Well, it would have been easy, but we're not. That isn't this group anymore. We're a change group, and we want to drive this whole thing forward. And especially when we've got when we pull these jerseys on at home, we don't want to be getting beaten anymore. And it's so pleasing to see and play. And so the messages were pretty simple. It was messages coming down from the coaches, and they were the same messages myself and Finn were trying to give. Hold on to the ball. That was the game plan all day. It really worked in the first half. As Vern said, we probably maybe never adjusted as well just after half time, because Ireland probably came up a bit harder and we coughed up a couple of balls. But to pull ourselves out of that hole and then hold on to the ball, get some penalties and get some points, it was obviously the winning of the game.
What was going through your head in that last kick? Well, hopefully I can kick it over, but just kick it dead.
Yeah, don't hit the post. It was one thing. I think it was. That's what dreams are made of, isn't it? I think the whole stadium, pretty much, well, everybody that was Scottish was singing the national anthem, and as soon as I hit it, I knew it was over. So it was always a bit of a relief. So yeah, pretty happy.
Then, just given the quality of the opposition you've just overcome today, does that rank as your best win, do you think, in your time in charge?
I think it would have to be. So it just, I'm really happy for the players that put in so much work during the week, and it validates that work and the determination they have to succeed. And I'm just really happy, and really we're going to enjoy probably 5 minutes or so tonight with and then it'll be back to work again for next week. But it certainly changes the dynamic. You can feel it. You start the Six Nations with a win. Everybody speaks about it. So, but it's only one game, and I know the feet will be on the ground very quickly come Monday morning, just to make sure we back this up with another good performance. So.
When you're under the posts after Ireland managed to edge ahead for the first time in the game, can you remember anything specific that you said to the group when they're huddled under the posts there, and you know that you've now got to come from behind?
It was a pretty simple message today, and it was hold on to the ball, and we had a couple of specific things we were trying to do, and the fact that we did hold on to the ball, and that's how we were able to score. I think it was 21 points in the first half, so we knew if we'd done that again, we could score points against this team and cause them problems. And that's something, again, Finn and myself and the callers, Johnny, and we sat down before the game, and if we're doing things and if we're winning games, we've got to trying to keep doing them and not change and not go negative and try and start kicking. And you're really starting to see that come through again. We maybe probably kicked one a bit too quick on a turnover, but apart from that, we had a fairly good balance within the game, and I think that's really why we won it.
But with Stuart Hogg in that kind of form, he's such a weapon for you, and obviously they're already looking at the line situation. He hasn't probably outdone his chances any harder today.
I think he put in a great performance today. So he obviously hasn't done himself any harm at all, but he sets high standards, and he'll be wanting to. And it's an example for the others as well. I thought everybody put their hands up. I think that show and go he gave, I think everybody thought it was going, and he went straight to it. Was well done. So if you're working on the details of the game, and he's obviously shown that he's doing a good job, and so is everybody else. So just keep up that good work.
The one potentially at a slightly negative point was maybe at the scrum. I mean, you talked a bit that there was a few penalties given away there early doors. Do you need to improve that, and how can you improve it to Sean?
We acknowledge that, and actually got the scrum sorted out. I think it was a critical scrum that was right under our posts, and finally got the angles right. We felt there was a little bit of pressure coming through our loose head, so we had to just square up, and I thought the guys got their shoulders in the right places, and I think that's a good thing to have done moving forward.
Greg, you go to Paris next. That's been a daunting place to go for Scotland teams in recent years, but off the back of this, is it now an exciting prospect to go there and make a little bit of history?
Yeah, it is, and we were really excited before today and getting back to Murrayfield and playing in front of our home people, so to go on the road is exciting as well. Paris is the last time we were there, I think we were close to winning. We could have took a penalty to draw the game before the World Cup. It was a World Cup warm-up, so we decided to run it so we can take heart out of that as well, and I think we've probably moved forward even since then, albeit I'm pretty sure France have as well, with Guy Noves coming in. He's a very experienced coach, and he'll be starting to get his feet under the table a bit there and put into place what he wants. So we'll analyse them well. As Vern said, we'll enjoy this tonight. We'll get our feet back on the ground tomorrow morning, and we're a humble bunch of blokes. We're hard working, and we'll do the same going into next week.
What's your target now for the season? Having won this game, out of the other games, what's your target now as a team?
We want to win the next game. If we win the next game, we'll be in a good position, and we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. We're not going to come out and say we've got to do this and we've got to do that. We've not done that, I don't think, any time. And there's a few people and a few people, round about saying there's no chance we've got to win today, and we've won. But we've got huge belief within our group, and that's the most important thing.